So today we're going to talk about a few things here. A purposeful husband, which is an account on Instagram, says 7 truths about becoming a safe man. 1, kill off defensiveness. Listen to feedback even when it stings, because growth begins where pride ends. 2, become a safe place. Be her emotional refuge when she can lay down her fears and know she's fully loved and protected. 3, take initiative. Lead with intentionality. Don't wait to be told. Create moments. Set direction. Love with purpose. And 4, stay curious. Never stop discovering her heart and dreams and the changes that time brings. Keep learning the woman you married. 5, be present, not just physically around, but fully engaged, undistracted, and attentive, and connected. 6, own your mistakes. Confess without excuses. Don't deflect. Humility builds trust. 7, be vulnerable. Open your heart and stay transparent. Strength is found in honesty, not hiding. Now, what are 8 signs of a safe man? So for the men, we just said the truths, not for the women. But as women, we need to know all of this. Okay. 1, his words and actions match. 2, he's consistent in his care for you. 3, he respects your boundaries and is strong in his own. 4, he has hobbies and activities that help balance his testosterone. 5, he helps regulate your nervous system. He feels grounding to be around. 6, he's able to show up in a non-judgmental way when the conversations are more difficult. 7, he has an innate desire to protect you. 8, he responds lovingly when you ask for reassurance and clarity. Ashley Velvet Frost on Instagram says, oh, by the way, the 8 signs of a safe man was Lena Moon Coaching. I think I said that. Okay. Ashley Velvet Frost says, anger is required for connection. So anger doesn't mean it's unsafe. Anger is not an obstacle to connection. It's actually a pathway to it, because connection without conflict is love without depth. You can only feel as worthy as you are allowed to be truthful. Emotions are the voice of connection. When emotions are shamed in childhood, connection itself is being punished. You cannot receive love for who you are if you only show who you think they need. Every suppressed emotion is a piece of yourself you sacrifice for approval, because the anger you swallow to stay in the relationship becomes the self that you lose to stay safe. In good relationships, your anger makes you more human, not less welcome. Feeling worthy is not about being good enough. It's about permission to be real in someone's presence. To feel anger is to give your worthiness a voice. Suppressing anger works short-term because it avoids conflict. If I keep you comfortable, you won't reject, abandon, or hurt me. Your inner child has learned, if I keep calm, I can finally breathe. And if you're okay, I'm okay. Love turns to fear when it's not protected by anger. Anger is the part of you that refuses to vanish for acceptance. Anger doesn't just destroy, it makes you more real. The people who can sit in your anger are the people who can witness your heart. Elna Therapy on Instagram, she says, what are some questions for an anxious heart? When do I get to see you again? Want me to call instead? Want me to text when I get home? Do you need me to stay a little longer? Did you know I love you? Should we plan our next meetup now? Do you want advice or just a hug? Want me to send a goodnight text? Questions that hug an avoidant heart. Should I drop by now or is later better? Would texting be easier? Feel like company or your own space? Want to talk now or later? Should I head out so you can recharge? Want to meet halfway? Should I sit here while you do your thing? Want me to listen and not fix? Questions that hug a secure heart. Want the last bite? Need me to grab you anything while I'm up? Want to ride together and meet there? Should I wait for you to watch the show? Need me to check in on the way? You want me to save you a seat? Do you want me to handle it or you got it? You want to share or keep it to yourself? And questions that hug a disorganized heart. Want me to check on you later tonight? Should I hold you or would that be too much? How can I love you better right now? Want me to stay over or head out? Feel like talking or just being together, quiet? Want comfort, food or something light? Do you need another blanket? Want me close or you need space? Andrea Graterol vibes. Great, Graterol vibes. Andrea, yeah. On Instagram, the woman who has suffered from any type of abuse is the woman who's mostly relating as masculine, because being feminine with guard down and open up triggers a deep fear of getting hurt again. of getting hurt and it feels unsafe in the body, the nervous system. Abuse could be physical, calling names, harassment, sexual assault, yelled at, screamed at, emotional neglect, body shamed, someone disrespecting important boundaries, gaslit, silent treatment, being told mean things. Unconscious is keeping the guard up, like protection, coping, which is keeping people at a distance, self-sabotage in relationships, getting easily triggered, be afraid to show the real self, nitpicking the partner's flaws, becoming reactive, hyper-independent, fear of relying on others and needing constant reassurance, and overthinking the partner's choices. This is when the guard's up, these protection coping mechanisms. But taking care of vulnerability is learning that relationships need boundaries learning the relationships boundaries and needs, learning to listen to the body and intuition and emotions in relationships, learning healthy communication tools and connecting with what you deserve in relationships, understanding your inner child wounds and relationship patterns, forgiveness for past decisions. Sahabas underscores, I think it's 2 underscores quotes on Instagram, how to look at the spouse as a garment. So it hides what you don't want known, it covers the emotional cracks and does not display, mock, or weaponize them. While a shield protects, a home shelters, and a companion supports. A garment is the closest thing to your body, moving, bending, going with you, covering your flaws and protecting your dignity and regulating your comfort. And this is what we think a partner should be according to this culture that she or he is sharing with us. Not to expose what's underneath, but to conceal embarrassment and to guard the dignity when no one's watching and protect the honor, the heart, and the secrets. Keeping you steady when life pulls you to extremes, calming your storms and softening your edges, bringing balance where the world brings pressure. Safety that feels personal, skin close, heart close, sees vulnerabilities without using it against us, and someone who fits like a garment. Everyone has a need to be covered, not exposed, to be protected, not judged, to be held close, not kept at a distance. Not about ownership, but comfort and mercy and being a garment of peace for each other. And finally, the last thing for today is talking about, because we mentioned emotions, so, like maybe, for example, anger could be stuck in the body. So when I go through a list, it's going to be like just a straightforward list about, she's called the hormone goddess, the underscore hormone underscore goddess. And she's talking about where emotions get held in the body. So jaw, anger, resentment, boundaries, shame, stress, tension, anxiety, swallowed words, ecstasy, and pleasure. Womb, powerlessness, ancestral trauma, unexpressed creativity, grief, silence, trauma, fear, shame, power, love and nurturing, spiritual wisdom, and desire. Thyroid, suppressed emotions, visibility fears, trust, sadness, grief, shame, hypervigilance, oppression, self-betrayal, anxiety, authenticity, vitality, radiance, and truth. The cervix, vulnerability, crossed boundaries, silencing, loss, fear, control, trauma, shame, ecstasy, sacred rage, surrender, and stress/overwhelm. The liver, anger, resentment, frustration, bitterness, self-judgment, overwhelm, pressure, patience, empowerment, release, forgiveness, expression,